Hi, I'm Donna from Lost Closet 12. I am here with you with a Flipped Friday. It is for the week of January 17th through the 23rd. I'm having some trouble getting my internet to work properly. I'm not sure why, so if I go in and out, I apologize. I'm going to try to fix whatever needs to be fixed before it goes live. I don't know that I've had more sales this week, but some of the dollar amounts are a little better, and I had a little bit more success on Poshmark. I think it was Poshmark. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll just jump right in. First up is T by Talbots. It's women's size medium athleisure pants, zipped pockets, straight leg, blue T by Talbots. Sold for $15.29 on eBay. I wrote that in October of last year. It was a bins pickup, cost me about $1.46. And up next, yeah, my computer is kind of slow. Yep, it's a lot slow. There we go. There we go. These dolls were a bins pickup, and I didn't feel like that they were that big of a deal, but I did like them, and I thought they were cute, and I wrote them in February. They were a bins pickup. They cost me about $1.29, $1.49. I did not put down my cost, but by weight, that's what they cost me. I just told you they were written in February of last year. So we have two African-American baby dolls, Greenbrier International baby dolls. They're just super cute. Let me see. Yeah, it's not going to let me click that. I like the eyes. The eyes, that's what I was trying to show you, is why I picked them up. And I guess this is an okay, fair enough brand. I haven't done research on it, but I mean, I see other resellers sell it probably for about the ballpark that I've sold mine. And this is a Chico's, oh my gosh. There we go. Chico's long pendant necklace, 2 locks, gold tone, metal brown, lucite drop. It's a big, chunky, padlock looking necklace with a sturdy chain. I wrote this in January of 25. It was a red, white, and blue pickup from the bags. And where is my cost? $1.42 is what it cost me, and it sold for $9.50. This next one, mercy, we're moving so slow right now. Levi's 514 jeans, men, 32 by 30, dark wash, blue denim, mid-rise, slim, straight leg. I've had these since August of 24. They sold for $10 on Poshmark. I was glad to see them go. They were a bins pickup, cost me about $1.52. I say $1.52 because I'm not, in August of 24, I did not keep track of per item cost. I just did average. I picked up 10 things. It cost me this much. I divide 10 into that, and that's how I used to do it. Now I'm a little bit more careful of how I do my listings, my cost. And here we go. Vineyard Vines long sleeve shirt, women's extra small, pink spell out nautical whale top. This was written in April of 24. And it was a bins pickup. Is that right? It might have been April of 25. That sounds more, I might have just wrote 24. I think it was April of 25. It was a bins pickup. 67 cents was my cost, and $9.44 is what it sold for on sale. It's so funny because I picked up this shirt and a leather shirt about the same time. And the one, they were similar, but they were different sizes. I think the one that sold first was a good shirt. And I almost grabbed this one. And I almost mailed this one out. So, yeah, I have to be more mindful. Maybe put a note in my, where I log stuff to make sure I'm getting the right one. Because that was almost a boo-boo. And it would have been 100% my fault. So, yeah, so I have to be more careful. And I did the same thing with some utensils that's coming up. And I'll explain that when I get to that. This is also a Poshmark sale. I wrote this in October of 25. It was a bins pickup, 79 cents, and it sold for $10. And I apologize for how slow my internet is today. Women's wool blend skirt, size 14, above knee, lined tweed, H&M Preppy Academia. Excuse me, it was just a basic skirt. It was cute. I liked it, but there's not a whole lot going for it. It went for $10 on Poshmark. And this next one, my husband grabbed like a little collector's box. It was like a box with all the little dividers or what have you in it at the bins. He picked up the whole thing. It was all mini brands, Suru stuff. It was all tiny little, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I just kept setting it aside. I'm like, Donna, just write it. It's gonna be easy. Google Lens will tell you exactly what it is. And it did not take me long to go through and write them all. This one, Suru 5 Surprise Disney Mini Brands Guru Baby Yoda purse, and the next one, these sold together. That's why I'm doing them together. Zuru. Did I close it out? It looks like I did. The other one was a pink Minnie Mouse phone. And the Zero, same size, same brand, same everything. And I apologize. I'll see if I can put a picture of it in here, because I opened this one twice and closed the other one out. So this was written in October of last year. It was a bins pickup. And I took the weight of the tote. I weighed the tote, the little box rather, that it came in. And how many listings I got. Literally cost me 5 cents a piece. So this was 10 cents. And it sold collectively together for $10.44 on Poshmark. So something that cost me a dime, I'm getting the $10 bill back. That's not bad. These ones, I guess my research was not. Oh, mercy. There we go. I underpriced these. I feel like that they go for a little bit more than what they sold for. I didn't research it properly or well enough, or something wonky came up. These are Circus by Sam Edelman hiker boots, size 8.5, brown, Gretchen Shirley Gore Core. And I use that word because a lot of similar boots that were listed and sold had that keyword in it. It's not a keyword that I'm familiar with or use a lot, but I'm like, oh, well, they're selling with that keyword, so let me try it. And it worked. 26 bucks. And this was in December of 25, so it was a recent list. Red, white, and blue, $5 or $5.50. I have a question mark, and it sold for $26 on Poshmark. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Monogram, Sailor Moon, figural bag clips, keychain lot, Sailor Mercury, and Sailor, and I ran out of characters. They were a bins pickup. 24 cents is what they cost me. They were written in December of last year, and they sold for $17.99. I didn't think that was right, but I double checked, and it was $17.99. And I'm just going to skip that tab. And my computer's running really slow. This is part, I apologize. These 4 forks are part of a bag I picked up at the Red, White, and Blue. My cost was, I think, about $1.02. You know, for everything that I listed. I took the cost of the bag, divided how many listings I was going to make out of it, and I separated the dinner forks and the other forks, and I separated all of it, and I almost sent out the wrong forks. So I'm gonna have to like mark my bag with, like, when I do that again, like mark the listing with like a number, or big forks, little forks, and put that on the bag. Because the design was the same, I was like, oh, I'll just write them and stick them in this little tote here, and you know, I'll double check the patterns. Well, the pattern matched, but the size of the fork was different, so I had to measure the forks because I had the wrong one in my hands. So yeah, I'm learning stuff every day. My computer just went out. Yeah, maybe I will just start over. I'm just going to start over. Maybe I don't have to start over. I shut my camera off. And it popped right back up. So I'm just going to carry on and do the best I can with the editing. I'm not really good at that either. Maybe some coffee will help me get through. Put it all the way over there. Got really close. So, well, anyway, this lot cost me $1.02. It was written in May of last year, and sold for $13 on Poshmark. See, I've had more than a couple sales on Poshmark. Oh yeah, I loved this. This took a minute to sell. This was a Red, White, and Blue pickup. Why? This was a Red, White, and Blue pickup. I wrote it in February of 25. I wrote 24 in my paperwork, but it's 25. And where was I? $2 is what it cost me, and it sold for $18. I loved this thing. This was so cool, and if it was my style, I probably would have kept it, but I would have never worn it. So yeah, so that's actually not bad either. And this is a bins pickup. Oh, Jesus. Lego Star Wars instruction manuals, and then 94, 98, 2 booklets only. This one was damaged where the cover was off. I wrote it anyway because I was like, I have it, I might as well. My husband picked up a whole stack of Lego manuals. Like, some of them are in really good condition, some of them look like books. So, and the comps are all over the place, and I just went with the average sold. This one sold for $4.64. I wrote it in August of 24, so I've had it for a while. I've sold like 2 or 3 since then, so they're not flying off the shelf, but they were easy to write. They don't take up a lot of space, and they're easy to ship. So, and they're easy to research. Like, you have the booklet number, you have what Lego set, is on the cover. Like, it's real easy. So I don't have a problem waiting for them to sell. And this is the last thing that sold. I loved the colorway. I'm driving myself nuts here. I should just move my computer. Women's vintage robe with belt, pink plaid pockets, full length, Laura Tyler fleece. This was a bins pickup in October of 24, so I've had that a while, unless if I wrote that wrong. No, I can tell by the way I wrote my listing. It's probably right. October of 24. And I don't have my costs, so it probably weighed about a pound, so I'm saying $1.69, give or take, and it sold for $22 on Poshmark. Thank you if you have stayed to the end, and with my slow computer and my frustration about the computer running slow, and yeah, thanks for watching. And if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate any feedback. And if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I upload a new video. I generally do 2 videos a week. Wednesdays comes out what's sold over the weekend. I record it on Sunday and I give it some time to load up. And Flip Friday, and I try to record that on Wednesdays or Thursdays the week before. That way I have time to send that live too. And I'm trying to get back in doing some haul videos. I have to go sourcing, and I don't go sourcing just to source. I go sourcing when I'm running low on inventory. That back there, you see that? That's not my death pile. That is my pile of listed plushies, and they are not logged. So when one of them sells, I kind of know what bags they're in. I do have them kind of sorted, but sometimes I have to go through those bags. Like, if it's like something small and insignificant and it does not really fall into a category. So, yeah, I'll see you coming up to say hi. You want to come say hi? You want treats? He wants treats. You gotta make an appearance. He's like, no, I don't want to. Look, he just came up here for treats. You don't even want to say hi. Say hi, Elsie. Say no, I don't want to. This little guy was in my yard 7 years ago. He was infested with fleas. He had gook coming out of his eyes. He sat in the palm of my hand. He wasn't even a pound. And now the vet is like, you know, I got to put him on diet. But he's not, I mean, I've seen bigger cats. He's big, but he's not. He needs to be clipped again. His claws are getting a little sharp. But yeah, he's my boy. He's like my housey poo. He has a couple of nicknames, Lover Boy and Little, and we'll just leave it at that. You know, because sometimes he squares up with me. Like, no, right? I'm telling on you. So he's my big baby. And he was a rescue. And between my daughter and I, we, you know, the vet bills, I should say, the vet fixed him and made him better, but the vet bills, it was shared between my daughter and I. And he's my baby now. So, yeah, he's just purring away. I wish you could hear that. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. And, yeah, drop me a comment. All right, bye.